Do you think there are professional men out there that you could beat in a boxing match?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm a two-time Olympic gold medalist, uh, undisputed champion. I think people get it kind of. They always say, "Oh, a woman can't beat a man." I spar with men, and I mean, I drop men. I bust men nose. I beat men up all the time. Uh, it's weird. Like if I was to say like which is the guy I think I could beat up, I think I could beat up Keith Thurman.
That opening clip is Claressa Shields. She's from Flint, Michigan, and she is a very popular female fighter. She's 14-0, only 2 by knockout, but hey, she is very skilled and she is an outlier. And to be honest, I like her. I think she's really funny and entertaining. And she's from the black community. She's real. But she's also been saying some very interesting things that I really just don't agree with. The fact that she can beat up a boxer. And when I say boxer, let me specify what I'm talking about. A male boxer. A boxer who is good. Somebody like Keith Thurman. And she had been talking about how she was going to whoop on Keith Thurman for a long time. Now, Keith Thurman, if you guys didn't know, at least at one point in time, was at least a top welterweight. I think he's still boxing right now. I'm not necessarily sure, but this guy has only one loss to Manny Pacquiao. He's 30-1 with 22 knockouts. Now she's 14-0 with 2 knockouts. Now he's fighting men and she's fighting women. She's been calling the guy out, talking about she's gonna whoop on him, right? Here's what Keith Thurman had to say.
We can raise money and we can let you try to showcase your skills and talent. You know what I mean? I'll probably use my jab only, but at the end of the day, I don't know why you want to gun after me. I've heard you say my name so many times in the past, but it just is this is not what boxing is to me, right? That's not what boxing is to me. But at the end of the day, Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. just fought again a few years ago, right? So if we could do something for charity, if I could put money in the pockets of some foundations, a plethora of foundations, if we can do something to get some money together, and if the fans were actually interested in something like this, it's not really in my heart, it's not in my soul, but for the people and for charity, I would make something like that happen, and I would wear bigger gloves. I would let her use smaller gloves, and I would let her wear a headgear too. Okay?
So again, that's Keith Thurman being a class act. But again, there was a situation just the other day where she was sparring against a guy. We're gonna look at the footage right here, right? Try not to be so mean, guys, because this is the same lady who said that she can fight men. Let's look at the sparring footage and let's see what happened.
Yes. Oh!
So boom, she got hit with the left. Can I get a ooh sound effect? Yeah, she got hit and knocked out, right? It was not even close. He caught her with a left hook. It was flush. She didn't even see it coming. But now here's what she's saying after that.
Everybody talk, so not everybody, but I sparred against a guy back in 2018. I sparred this guy twice. I sparred him and Harold. What's Harold's last name? I think Harold Cameron. The same day. Okay, now because I'm about to go ahead and because I like to talk about things and get the thing straight. I pieced this dude up on a Monday, probably a Tuesday. Then, and I'm talking about whooped him. Okay, so then as we fast forward, his coach called my coach on Tuesday like, hey, we want to spar again on Thursday. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. Y'all, this is back in 2018, a week before I fought against Hannah Gabriels. I have been pro for a year. I've been sparring against men my entire life, still do. This dude decides that he's so mad that I embarrassed him and whooped his ass. This dude named Arthur, I don't even know his last name, but he's a Russian, and they don't have no respect for no women. But he was so mad that I embarrassed him that him and his coach decided to put him on some gloves that had very little to zero padding in it.
Stop the cap.
That's white karma in your ass. That's why you dealing with what you dealing with now with your health issues, because you is a individual. He talking about these gloves were gifted by Roberto Duran to me, and I didn't know that the padding was that. much in there. The gloves and the padding had 0 to no padding. That's what it's about. You think I got a problem with getting dropped? It's boxing. It happens. I done been hit so hard. I done seen stars. I done got hit like where I couldn't eat for 3 days, sparring against heavyweight coming up when I was 17. I don't give a about being dropped. But what I will say is, when a try to cheat me, you got me up. And yes, I ran to my car and I grabbed my knife and I was going to cut Derek Santos. Guess who stopped me? Coach John. Because I would slice his old ass up, because don't ever cheat against me. I'm not mad about getting dropped. And anybody who think that I am mad about it, use a fool.
So guys, you heard it right. She is saying that the guy, took out the padding of the gloves. He's mad because, she whooped on him earlier, that week. And she was getting ready to stab him because he was cheating. And the reality, she did have headgear on. So both of them had headgear on. And if you want to say that the guy was cheating, it looks like to me that he caught you with a shot that was clean. That was probably going to send you to the canvas anyway. All right. But the reality is that, you have these women out here who really believe in their ability so much that they believe that they are men, and they are not men. All right. Now she could whoop my ass most likely because I'm not no boxer. But if I box for like 2 or 3 years, it'd be ass to myself. Yeah, because it's gonna be just oop wop wop oop wop wop wop. If you get hit with one of these, you're going to go to sleep. And the reason why you're going to sleep is because I'm a man and I'm stronger than you. I should be able to I'm a guy, right? I'm a man, and even other men, we fear other men. All right. It's the reason why you don't see a lot of guys just randomly talking crazy to other guys, because you know what the reality is of talking crazy to other men. Guys can kill you. Even guys are strong. Like, look at somebody like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is 147 pounds. I'm like 225. If Terrence Crawford is trying to fight me, I am going to try to run. All right. Terrence Crawford is strong as an ox. If he hit anybody, you're going to night sleep. All right. No doubt about it. Sleepy time, teeth all out, gone. Now, these ladies out here who, and the thing about it is, this kind of attitude is what we're seeing also like in a lot of domestic relationships. And I'm never going to talk about this, in terms of, domestic violence. But I want to say this. So many women are getting in the face of men and arguments, in the face of men in the club, things like that. You're doing a whole lot for a guy that's a grown guy. This is a man you're talking about. Like, do you understand? This is a grown ass man with human man strength. That's like 3 times your strength and the upper body. We've even seen it with this situation with Francis Ngannou, right? Francis Ngannou just fought Tyson Fury. Both of these people are men, but you can see in that fight, even though Tyson Fury is a skilled boxer, he's a great boxer, and Francis Ngannou is not a technical boxer, but the sure physicality of Francis Ngannou, being such a strong man, leaning on him, it was too much for him. He barely won that fight because the man is just so strong. He's big, he's leaning on him, and he's a problem being that size. And Tyson Fury has never fought nobody that had that much will and that was just coming forward like that and had that much skill, as a big man. It was a lot to deal with. So what are you going to deal with? You're a woman and you're a man talking about you can do this. And so many women be up in men's faces talking about what you're going to do to a man. You're going to slap this person. Then, if you go out there and you find out, then, it's all sorts of excuses as to why it is. Listen, boo, you're not even knocking out women. All right. You're 14-0 with 2 knockouts against women. All right. You can't even knock women out. So how are you going to knock a man out? Just because you sparred with a guy, and I hear what she's been saying with that, well, I spar against men. Well, those guys are not going hardcore on you. It might not be, because even when I see you sparring men, they're just working on whatever they're working on. You might be going kind of hard, but those guys are not, trying to really press you. What happens if you get a guy in there that's willing to really press you? Then you'll be like, you'll be hurt. So, and you're not like a big lady either. So again, I just hope that women just, understand that, just because we might be equal in other ways, when it comes to strength and physicality, usually we are not equal, and that's okay, you know? Stay out of guys' faces. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate for all you do. Subscribe with the bell. We're out.